a game where, like Grand Theft Auto, where you play a villain, or City of Villains, which I played for a while, and I don't play it anymore because I don't get off on that.
But game called Dungeon Keeper, where you're the evil overlord.
A game where you are overtly the bad guy, right? Doesn't raise this question. You are the bad guy. We're not pretending you're not.
Right.
What are you pointing at?
Buffy. You can play as the Master.
Oh yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, great board game where one of the players plays the bad guy. There's no danger of walking away from that game with being confused about what right and wrong is, because you knew it was wrong when you sat down.
Right.
Yeah, as much as I'd like to give this game a shot and try it,
I'm going to have to, in fact, back off a little bit on my criticism of things like Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto, right.
To me, Grand Theft Auto is just fun. You get to drive cars fast, you get to jump stuff, you get to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah. None of it's real. But the thing that's going to keep me from actually playing this game, even though I'd like to try it out and see what it's about and even play as the Antichrist, is that I don't want to give money to those fucks.
Right. But, Matt, you have a whole library full of apologetics books. I'm looking at some of them right now.
Well,
you have Rush Limbaugh's
but he acquired a lot of that before.
The Rush books were back when I was a conservative and a believer.
He's all better now, folks.
I was healed.
Now, the reason
I will say this, though.
The reason I can't play this game is I can't play real-time strategy games.
I love real-time strategy.
I can't multitask.
I will say this, though. I recently bought Ultimate Spider-Man, which is one of the most fun superhero platforms I've ever played.
Yeah.
My son, Ben, who's 4 years old, loves Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But we're a little leery about letting him play violent games.
Uh-huh.
I find that it doesn't bother me so much when Spider-Man fights games that beats up gangs of street thugs. However, you can also play this game as Venom. And Venom has to eat people to survive, and people scream when he gets close to them. And I will not let him play that part, because I don't think he knows that... I don't think that he's in danger of turning evil, but I don't think he's ready for that stuff.
4-year-old, you certainly need to exert...
I have a question.
Yeah.
Would we be within our rights to pirate a game in which players are encouraged to kill people like us?
Legally, no. Ethically,
hell
yeah.
But ethically, yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I think
so, too. I don't know if ethics are a matter of convenience. I mean...
It's not a question of convenience.
Well, what is it a question of?
I don't think so. Any more than
I say no.
You wouldn't be ethically correct to steal a book from a bookstore that you didn't agree with.
Right.
Okay.
Good point.
I'm with you.
Though I often here I'm going to admit a little bad behavior on my part. I often, if I see freaking Scientology books at the store, I'll put them behind other books. If there's a nice gap behind the bookshelf that they're on, I'll often drop them back there. I consider it a public service.
The only way you could do that on the net is like...
And I shouldn't. Really, I shouldn't do stuff like that.
What I will do is once somebody buys this game and then sells it to a used game store...
There you go.
I'll buy it there.
I'll bet you day one you'll find one on eBay. Or not eBay. eBay.
Yes.
No, not eBay. eBay.
I always get eBay and Amazon mixed up. But I said the right thing.
You gotta be careful there, because some people on eBay are just big sellers, and they'll probably have to reorder more supply when you buy games from them.
Yeah, and also some of that stuff will be pirated, and in cases where you have to register with an activation code, you may get a piece of software that you can't use at all because it's already been registered to somebody else. But I'll hit the used game stores in, I don't know, 3 or 4 days after it comes out.
How about I just borrow your copy?
So no, that would be illegal.
Well, violate the EULA.
Anyway, yeah, I'm curious about this game. I mean, I'm kind of hoping that the game sucks and is not fun. That's not a given.
I will tell you, from what little I've seen of it, I don't get what the strategy is. I mean, I've heard nothing in any of the reviews about you start with a small number of guys, and you collect resources, and you build installations to build up.
There are neutral dudes who you have to take over.
Yeah, I know. But if it's simply a game,
you want to control sections of the city.
Right, but it doesn't explain how any of that is done. And if it's simply if the game mechanism is your swarm of guys moves around, encounters other guys, and either assimilates them or kills them.
Well, there are resources.
And you keep doing
you have
that.
money and spirit points, which you.
But money and spirit it depends how you get it. If it's just something where the more guys you have, the more money points you get.
Well, we'll see if we can hit the website and get the...
That is a completely vacuous, uninteresting game mechanic.
Well, of course...
If you need to, set up businesses or operate your churches or whatever it is, however it is that you gain your money, and those are places that can be attacked by the other side and destroyed.
That could kind of be fun, actually.
You have to have some kind of structure, challenge, pros and cons, trade-offs and things to make it an interesting game experience.
To me, this whole game is hypocrisy, because in reality, all you'd need is two Christians to sit down and pray, and everybody else would be converted and it'd be over.